It is July 19th, 2026, Sunday night. Time of day is 23:43 hours. I'm a little pissed off right now, extra, because just a few minutes before I started this, I had some trouble fucking getting the short I made over to YouTube and to get put up, and it's not working. It's fucking annoying, pissing me off. I don't know why it's not doing it, but whatever. You gotta let it go, right? Just let things go. Let it go. Fucking kick it. I want to weigh it down. That's been a lot of hard, stressful times the past couple weeks with the fucking heat waves and shit, and a whole bunch of other things that I promised myself I was not going to regurgitate here and fucking talk and say and give life to, because these are fucking, annoying bad memories. By bitching and complaining about them, and I know this, what am I doing with them? I'm giving them air. I'm giving them life. Even if I fucking hate them or not, by validating their existence and stuff, by saying the fucking words, it gives the very thing I want fucking dead, I'm keeping it alive. By running my fucking mouth, whining and complaining about things. So, but, even with that said, human, it's hard to fucking, everything's not super black and white, like machine-like, which would be, cool. But anyway, but I know better. Before doing the video, not to fucking do something like that. Experiment with another video idea and try to fucking put it up before I do this. I'm going to get that video up tonight. I don't care how long I have to stay up and do it. Whatever. But today was a really super duper textbook nice weather day. I loved it. I could not get myself out of it enough. I just like to be in it. It's so a difference to me, when it's anywhere from like 90, to 80, 70, great. But when we get to 95, 98, 102, and around this fucking area, this tri-state area, the fucking air sucks anyway on a good day. So, and then with the wildfires and all that, it was awful. I was breathing out. I was just going outside to do nothing, just fucking walk, take the garbage, anything small. And it's like, I feel like a pit in my stomach. Fuck, man. Gotta stay indoors. Unless I'm going to walk around in a mask, and I can do that. So anyway, it's through, and I'm still complaining about it. You see, I could fucking zap myself if I could sometimes. But, let's see, where else was that? Oh, so it was making me think about, you get a lot of bad luck or a lot of hard times, or just, it's just a bad season, and it's just the worst, and it can't get any worse. I find it helpful for me is I reference it to something in the past that was way worse than that I got through. And I was thinking I have, this one circumstance that is my champion, top number one. It will never get beaten. I do not think, and when I think of that and that vacation happened on vacation, that time, that week, that month, and how I was thinking after it versus anything else that has ever happened as nothing. And it's a crazy story. And you're wondering if I'm going to tell it or not. And I'm going to. I don't say it often, but every now and then I do, and I start thinking about it myself. And I was thinking about it yesterday and today a little bit about it, and how, back then, how, things just to be alive and stuff and everything else is hard to explain. Like, volume turned down. All right, here's my story. This is what happened. And I think it's good that I recite it from time to time too, because I don't want to forget it or any of the details, because who knows, it could be open again. I hope not, but all right. So this happened 2021. Yes, 2021. It was first year I was going out with my girlfriend, and still now. And it was our first vacation anywhere we went together, did anything. We were going to South Carolina for a week, and we drove down there and rented a cool nice vehicle for it, and we drove down there. I'm a psychopath with things, and so I was hyped up for this. I was all awake the whole night. We got there, we drove all through the night to the morning. We got to the fucking hotel. And so my girlfriend, Natasha, normal person, tired after all that, gets to the hotel, wants to go to sleep, go in and go to sleep. Not me. I'm wired somehow, reason. I'm feeling, great and everything down South Carolina. Never been there. It's gorgeous out. I got just nothing but, the whole week ahead of just vacation is great. I'm in a great mood. I don't want to go to the hotel yet, which I fucking should have. But so I hadn't slept either, but I can go, so that's nothing new. So we split up. She went into the hotel, and I went on my little walking trip because I saw some stores across the field over there that I figured that's not that far, that I can get to that, walk there, no problem. Look around, buy some stuff or something, and come back, and yeah. So I started doing that, walking there or whatever, and I don't know, it was maybe a twist and turn more than I had foreseen from standing there. And by the time I finally got to that little area where the stores were, I was a little aggro already. The sun was beating down, and I didn't know where the fuck I was going. And I didn't know anybody or anything, of course. So I'm walking, and I'm like, all right, I gotta call her. Tell her to come get me because I fucked up. I didn't want to do that, but I had to. So I called her, and she didn't answer. So she went to sleep. She had no idea I was going to go get fucking lost. So I started getting really mad. She wasn't answering the phone, and slammed the telephone. And I guess people around there don't do that or something much. But up from where I live in New Jersey, New York, it's common, unfortunately. So then I started feeling like people were following me, or watching me, because I didn't look like anybody there at all, and so I'm like walking around, I'm calling, no answer. And then I come to a part where I see another little wood line, tree line, and I knew the hotel was over that way. Oh, so I figured, fuck it, I could just cut through this tree line that I have no idea what it is, and just walk that way until I get to the hotel, right? So I start doing that, start walking, and in my nap, I had a boat thing with a pack. So I had all my money, I had my medications, I had everything in there, my phone, all the main shit for vacation. And I remember going, I think somewhere between the field and the phone and crossing over into the woods was like kind of the last thing I remember. And I don't remember anything. Vaguely, maybe standing under the trees, just getting to it. But that was it. Nothing. Black, complete 100%. No clue. Fucking blackout. Whatever happened, I don't know what happened. Now, here's where it gets crazy. And I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. I really don't care. Even the people closest to me said the same thing, and they all have trouble. Let me finish telling the story. Okay, so that's my last memory, right? I'm walking and nothing. I don't remember anything else. The next thing I remember, I swear to God, I come to consciousness, right? Like you're sleeping on a bed or something. I'm like this on my back, kind of. I come to, my arm is like over here, like in this back seat thing. I'm in like this kind of a vehicle type of thing, right? But it was in the trees. We were in the fucking trees, all right? This is why I think it's alien or some kind of, abduction thing or something. Anyway, so I'm feeling like this in this thing. I have no idea any of it. I'm just coming to from then. There's nobody, nothing there. I'm just in this fucking little vehicle in the fucking trees. It wasn't much more bigger than a golf cart or something. And then I never looked back. And then here's the alarm. So I'm there like this, and then I go like this, and I look, and I notice I'm completely naked. Completely naked. All the way down except my sneakers were still on. When I realized that, all sorts of things started going off in my fucking head, like light speed, saying, this is very bad. Okay, all right. In that moment, I thought of all these different, something happened, whatever. They tried to stick me up here. People are going to come kill me, or they're, want to do something, or, I don't fucking know, but it's not good. Why the fuck am I naked? I'm thinking, I'm getting pissed too at the same time. Right, so I didn't look around that fucking thing much at all, really. I freed myself from looking, and somehow I got out. It was like a kind of like a door, like underneath where. If it was a car, I was in the driver's seat, but I didn't have a wheel or nothing. But it was like that, like 4 seats, kind of, like a big carnival ride or something. I don't know, but it was in the fucking tree, all right. And now it wasn't like 80 feet high, nothing, but it was about. When I jumped down, it had to be about at least 15, 20 feet high. It was like in the branches. And I never stopped to even look once at it, because when I got myself out of there and the thing opened and I lowered myself and I jumped down, I didn't even one time look up to see what that fucking was. I'm thinking people are coming to kill me or drug me, and I came out of it early, which is normal. Like for me, like I always, wake up on an operating table. The Novocaine things don't work and stuff, but so I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that could have happened, whatever. I don't know who the fuck I am in South Carolina. It's nighttime, really dark. I'm in the middle of the fucking woods, completely fucking black and everything. Like, how the woods are at night when there's no lights and it's not TV. It's fucking scary, and you're fucking naked. And I have nothing on me. I have no idea. All this is running through my head, right? And I could see there was like a stream, a little bit of a stream, because the moon was bright, luckily. And, I could see there was like this long stream going down, and woods everywhere. I don't know what it was other than God. Probably because when I landed on my feet like a good fucking ninja that I am, boom, I took off running like a fucking freight train in the direction I was facing. And I didn't stop to look for nothing, man. I was fucking cooking. I didn't care what was in the bushes or what was over there. All I knew is I'm getting away from this whatever fucking weirdness I was fucking in. I'm running for my life here. And I'm running through the bushes, have no idea what it is, but I was going like a fucking freight train. Actually, while I was running so hard, I gave myself a little credit. in the moment too of being freaked out. I was like on how like fucking powerful I was running through those fucking bushes and shit, man. And naked, I didn't care. I was like a fucking like if there was a cliff or something, I would have been fucked. But anyway, so I'm running on the witch, I'm just running for my fucking like one adrenaline speed. That's it. I'm going, and luckily, thank God, like I said, it wasn't long before I came to a little clearing and a road, and I, came out of the wood line naked in South Carolina. And I guess I came across it was like a parkway or a highway, something like we have up here, Garden State Parkway, or, Turnpike, it was highway, there's no stores or nothing, and they were going highway speed. So I'm like, oh, great, when I run up there naked, fucking tattoo guy, everything, like fucking, what the fuck, like, again, I did not hesitate a fucking millisecond. I got through there, I went right up, up the bank of the thing to the road and just started fucking waving at people, like, what else could I do, and just hope somebody, really cool, or like a cop or ambulance or something will fucking drive by and go, hey, there's a crazy guy over there, and you go fucking save me and help me. Again, thank God. Luckily, it was quick. It wasn't more than a couple minutes before I noticed a cop, a sheriff or something pulled up. And they had closed the fucking, there's no cars for a little bit, and he comes up and he comes walking over to me, and I'm down there just naked, except for my sneakers and my Archangel Michael medallion that I had on, and that stayed with me. That's fucking awesome. So he started, I don't know who said what, and I just started telling him everything that's just happened. I was in that thing, and I dropped to the ground, and I ran like crazy, and I'm naked, and I don't know. And then I told him my name and everything, and he says, looks at me and goes, do you know that you've been on the missing persons list for 19 hours now? And I looked at him, and I was like, damn. And again, for a second, I was like a little impressed with that. I was like, wow, that's a lot of time I was fucking gone, man. Something must have. And other time, I'm like, tripping. No, how the fuck could I know that, I didn't say that, but I was like, really? Really? He's like, yeah, it's been 19 hours. I think, wow, for me, it's been like fucking 2 hours, an hour and a half, I told him I went out, the whole story, I told everything. And after I told him my theory that maybe someone followed me from town, wanted to kill me or rob me or something. I don't know. They robbed me because all that stuff was gone. I never got any of that back. My phone, all the money for the vacation, medications, fucking all that shit gone. And I had a huge black and blue on my leg. And he's kind of looking at me a little weird, And I understand it, a little bit, but I'm also, getting a little annoyed, like, what the fuck, I'm still naked, standing here fucking talking to him on the road. He goes, like, do you know what that area is over there that you just came out of? I said, no. I just got here today from New Jersey. I've never been here. It's a vacation. Like I said. He goes, that's an alligator swamp over there. You just came out of. Nobody's going to bring you there or hold you there or want to even go there themselves, and you just came out of it. I was like, fuck, wow. Thank God. Again. Yeah, so I guess that's how he was rolling out. There was nobody involved, or something, but it was freaking me out a little bit, it was an alligator swamp. And finally, then an ambulance comes, and they check me out, and I'm fine pretty much overall, except for the cuts and bruises and shit. And, again, to me, amazingly, when I woke up in that thing, the first thing I noticed, I'm all right. I feel refreshed. I feel okay, good, like a just normal sleep or something. So somehow, some way I was hydrated, or something. And that was good, so But so getting back to that, so then when I finally got back, they gave me the blanket finally, the fucking ambulance guy, and then I had like the Rambo blanket, and then the cop drove me to the hotel, and then I went up and saw poor Natasha. It was a nervous wreck. I feel so bad for her, so bad for her. When they told me like it took 19 hours, I pictured her just out of her mind, thinking I'm dead or something. And then I was really paranoid for a little while after that day and trip and stuff because I didn't know what happened. Still don't know what happened, but for a while I really thought it was like some humans or something trying to kill me or something like that. But the more I think about all of it, there's no way that's the case at all. Something else happens. I don't know what. I suppose I can get hypnotized and find it out, and I would like to do that maybe once. But I feel it was some sort of interference or abduction or something, or my guardians looking out for me, and then said, "Nope, he's really fucking up this time. Get him out of there. Teach him a lesson. Make him naked. He won't do this again." So, and being serious, like I was very paranoid when I got back for a while, a couple of months, extra. Just feeling the fact that I might have been in someone's crosshairs or something. I didn't know about it, or could have been fucking alligator food and died there that way or something. That freaked me out, pissed me off a lot. And another weird thing from that event, I had so many cuts and stuff by bruises, but I had on my left leg, I had two like round, equal spaced apart, like holes, like pierces, like in my leg, and they never went away. Like sometimes even today, like in the right light and stuff, I could still see them there, and they were very visible for like 2 or 3 years. But so that like really tainted things for me for a while after it, and I was very, like I said, extra paranoid about a lot of things and people, and it just really spilled over into my everyday thing for a while until I finally got over it, and I thought about it enough, and I fucking got bored of it basically, and for process it moved. Now it's a cool story. So well, that's it. I guess that all came from, like I said, when I have really bad times or hard times or so. I look back to that. It's fucking nothing. Just nothing. It's a trip not knowing where you were and what was going on for 19 hours, and then to be like put back, and that fucking thing. That's the part nobody believes. Like in my family and stuff. Makes that up. That's so stupid, but that's what it is, and that's what happened. There's a story, and that's a lot of talking here now for the video. So in the journal entry, my South Carolina missing 19 hours missing time story, because I was an asshole idiot baby kid when I got down there. And I did learn my lesson about that, and I haven't done that shit since, and I'm always like, aware of that kind of stuff. 007 hours. Jason out.